This is Driving with Miles. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. After this is over, you need to subscribe to my channel. So typically, here's what beginning drivers do. You got to really turn your head and go into the nearest lane. That is really hard for beginning drivers because you're scared. You don't know what to do. You don't know what lane to go into. So the speed limit here is 50. I'm at about 32 miles an hour because I just pulled out of a private drive. A quick tip, who has the right of way? The main road or a car on the private drive? Please leave that in the comments. So, I'm driving on a thoroughfare. The speed limit is 50 miles an hour, but I'm driving at 44. Why? It's really bad out here. And the state that I'm in, you have something called the basic speed law. You need to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions on the road. So I'm at about 46 miles an hour. They do the road test in the winter. I'm letting you know this. So you need to be mindful of your speed. You need to be mindful of the weather conditions. So I'm gonna make a lane change to the right, so it's mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I have my blinker on 100 feet, a half a block. I go into the turn, but I have a red light. A lot of beginning drivers ask me, hey, Mr. Miles, can I turn right on red? I tell them, I need you to read the signs. So I can turn right on red, but you stop first and you look to the left. You move forward, you look, because the main road has the right of way. My first lane is clear, I go right into the first lane. Always keep your turn as short as possible. So there's going to be a street coming up on your DMV test or road test. Your tester will give you a route to go on. Don't try to memorize the route. They switch it up all the time. So I'm slowing down, my blinker's on. I'm going into my turn about 15 miles an hour, and I turn hand over hand to the right. And then once the car's out, I'll turn out hand over hand. Good turns are smooth, and I'll do a tutorial on how to properly turn the steering wheel. So we're in a neighborhood right now. You should see me scanning left, right, and left, always looking around. And I'm looking for cars, I'm looking for people. I'm assuming there's black ice because the temperature is about 35 degrees out here. So you gotta be careful, right? So I wanna have a complete stop. Never blow these stop signs. So let's do an experiment. I have my blinker on. They have their blinker on. Usually if you have your blinker on, other cars will too. So you're gonna see this car actually turn. They turned, good. And I look left, right, left, and then I turn hand over hand into the turn. I gently accelerate out, and then I turn out smoothly. Remember, I'm in the neighborhood, so I'm gonna stay under 20 miles an hour. I'm gonna go about 17 to 15 miles an hour. I'm going slow, I'm taking my time. I'm gonna turn on my right turn signal, always looking, always checking. Always you see there's a car coming, so I have my blinker on, they know what I'm doing, and then I turn back hand over hand. Build good habits. I'll do a video about driving through neighborhoods, making right turns, making left turns. That's a great area for you to practice those fundamentals, to really tighten up those turns. So my street's coming up, I turn on my right turn signal, 100 feet, a half a block. I'm going slow, I'm taking my time, because people, one of the most dangerous areas is 25 miles or less away from home. People, you let your guard down, you take off your seatbelt, you speed through the neighborhood. You always want to take your time. So I'm just going smoothly through the neighborhood, being patient, not being rude. There's a car that is backing into the driveway, and I'm just going to take my time and be patient. So you always want to be patient with yourself. You always want to take your time. If your DMV tester, road tester is rushing you, you need to tell them, listen, I'm feeling anxiety, I'm feeling nervous. Can we please take our time? A good DMV tester, road tester, or driving instructor, more on that later, they will understand you and allow you to be comfortable. So I'm turning hand over hand into the turn. I come up slow, I take my time, I turn hand over hand out. Cover your brake. More on that later, I'll tell you a story. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. I'm a state certified instructor. You need to subscribe to my channel. It's called Driving with Miles. I do a lot of driving tutorials, DMV test prep. So subscribe to my channel, leave comments. Thank you so much for all the support. I love you and I appreciate you.